Good morning, and welcome back to another stunning day on the Isle of Mull. And today's message from Mull is inspired by a little bit further south from here, my pal Simon, who most of you will now know and recognise as the pigeon fancier from Newcastle. And he helped me out a little bit with today's message. And I found this little bench this morning, and someone had set this on it. I thought that was pretty key to what we're going to talk about today. And today's message is enjoy the here and now. So, uh, something that's very much on trend at the minute is mindfulness and trying to really live in the present. And that may be a good idea for quite a few of us because we do spend an awful lot of our time these days either drifting into the past or projecting into the future. Now, there are some positives from doing that. For example, at the minute, times are hard, and a lot of people are finding peace or comfort or motivation in memories that they have. For example, I used to cycle with a load of guys in Newcastle, and they're now posting a little photograph every day of all the tours that we used to do together, and that certainly brought a smile to my face. And it brings back warm memories and quite often quite funny memories. But the problem is if we do live too much in the past and we focus too much in the past, sometimes we can almost set ourselves up in terms of our expectations of where we should be now and where we might be in the future. So we focus a bit too much on the good old days, and we don't even have to think that far back at the minute to think about times where we could all get together. We could go to the pub, we could go to restaurants, we could go to the cinema, we could do all the things that were normal at that stage. And a lot of us are probably missing that. And if we focus too much attention on the past, then that may start to harbour some anxieties and concerns. And certainly, if we focus too much on bad experiences from the past, we tend to relive those experiences time and time again, and that could be detrimental to our mental health. Likewise, projecting into the future and trying to think too much about the future and what is coming up, especially at this time when we're wondering what our world's going to look like. Are we going to get back to some semblance of normality? And again, there can be positive aspects about projecting forward. We use a lot of goal setting in the work that we do, and that's good to give people a focus, something positive that they want to achieve, and we will continue to use those sort of processes. But the problem is that if we try to focus too much on expectations, um, certainly expectations that are maybe not realistic, then again, we can set ourselves up for a fall. And again, that can harbour certain levels of anxiety. And especially, as I say at the minute, we don't know really what our future is going to look like. Um, I think we're going to get back to some semblance of normality, hopefully in the not too distant future. But it's certainly going to be a slow road back, and we're probably going to have to adapt and think about new ways of living, perhaps. So try not to spend too much time looking into the future. It hasn't happened yet. You can't affect it really. Um, so instead of going backwards and forwards, why not focus a bit more on the here and now and enjoy what's around you here and now? So often referred to as mindfulness, which tends to be very much on trend at the minute. And mindfulness really is just about focusing on where you are, and focusing on your senses, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're touching, and trying not to think about other things. Pretty hard to do, but if done properly, it sort of gives your mind just like a little mini break. A little mini break. It's all inclusive, but it doesn't include alcohol and food. It kind of involves all the potential senses that you've evolved to feel, and part of your makeup. So why not try? And it is difficult. you might drift off to think about what I'm going to have for dinner or what I'm going to have for breakfast this morning. And do I really need to get out of these pajamas? Well, the answer is porridge, and yes, you do. So that's that conundrum solved for this morning. And now you've got some time just to focus on the here and now. Enjoy what you're experiencing. That can be done from your back garden, listening to the birds. Try and give your mind that little mini break. Calm the chaos a little bit. Um, and just before I go, just want to mention a couple of things. Thank you very much for everyone who has asked for a resistance band. That's great. There's about 20 left, so if you'd like one, let me know, please. And secondly, you'll probably notice that if you're watching these videos, you'll, especially on the website, you'll be watching them on YouTube. And what we'd like you to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, I know I'm starting to sound a bit Joe Wicks, but he has about 1 million subscribers. We have about 7. So it will help us a lot when it comes to asking for sponsorship, for example, if we can get those subscriber figures up. So if you're watching us on the website, all of the messages from Mull are now on the website, and one will lead into the next. You'll see a little subscribe button. It will probably be up here somewhere. Then subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that will help the charity going forward immensely. And other than that, guys, get some time for yourself, enjoy the here and now, stay safe, and I'll see you later on. Bye bye.